difficult, something that is quickly shifting your system from stress into relaxation. So I will introduce you to several techniques. One is a process of self-connection, a process of self-compassion, and also a process on how you can create different breathing patterns. And I will tell you in a moment why that is important. I've worked with hundreds of people this year, and we all have one thing in common. We're facing challenging situations. And the list of challenges and stress triggers that we are experiencing right now is endless. So thankfully, the techniques that I'm going to teach you are going to work in all of these situations. And I want to begin with actually teaching you and showing you the anatomy and physiology of stress. And that's going to be really important for you to understand why I'm offering you some of the techniques that I do. So let me share a document with you. Give me 1 second. There it is. So what I want to do with you is show you a little bit about how the autonomic nervous system actually works. So it has two players. It's organized by a nerve that is running along the spine here, and that's called the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve basically controls whether you are in a sympathetic response, which is a stress response, or in a parasympathetic response, which is a relaxation response. And so this is an ancient system, and basically it's a system that nature develops to keep us safe. And when you are in a stress response, this system never changes. It always has the same output. It puts a lot of blood and energy to the muscles so that you can survive. And it was basically created in a time where we had to physically defend ourselves in nature. So basically shutting down the digestion system, shutting down more or less the kidney function, and sending all the energy that you need to live to your muscles so that you can survive. And that's great when you are in a moment of stress, but it's not so great when you want to kind of relax and have your metabolism work well, your kidneys work well, your digestion work well, and relax. And so the beauty of the system is it's rather ancient, and you can fix a stress response by simply shifting yourself out of this sympathetic response, shifting the vagus nerve and the autonomic nervous system into a relaxation response. And since this is a physiological response that is natural to the body, there are two factors that you can work with. And they're actually not on the screen here, but the two factors how you can go in and shift it is your breathing and your muscle tone. And so the techniques that I'm going to introduce to you will work, and they will work on your physiology. They will shift you out of a sympathetic response, and they will shift you into a parasympathetic, a relaxation response. The beauty of the system, it's a little bit like a train. So if you shift one thing from over here, or two things from over here, into a response over here, the whole system will switch. And there's one factor here that I want to spend a little bit more time with, which is your saliva. When your system is in a stress response, your saliva is decreasing. That means your mouth is rather dry. And you can see that here, decreased saliva production. When you are in a parasympathetic response, a relaxation response, you usually have a lot of saliva. And I'm simplifying that because some medications will also affect that. But in general, when you have more saliva in your mouth, you are in a relaxation response. So I want to invite you for a moment to just check the saliva that you have in your mouth at this moment in time. And then check again at the end of the class and see how your response is then. This is the most simple diagnostic tool that you have in your body to regulate and know where you are, stress response or relaxation response. So the other thing that I want to show you, which is a little bit more technical, that says something about this autonomic nervous system, is I want to show you the window of tolerance. And the window of tolerance is basically something that we, define as a comfort zone, where you have the ability to self-soothe and regulate your emotional state. Mostly when your autonomic nervous system is in a stress response, you're either in fight, or you are in flight, or you are in freeze. Most of the time, I would say you are in fight and flight, which means you are in a state of hyperarousal. And to get back into this window of tolerance, the techniques that I'm showing you today are all designed to get you out of here, hyperaroused, into the comfort zone. And what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you 3 tools, really practical, beautiful tools. The first tool has something to do with self-connection, how to connect with your own energy when you are in a stress response, get into clarity. The second tool that I want to show you today is self-compassion. And the third tool is I want to show you how to create a body state within yourself where you feel safe. Okay, so we are going to go right to it and start with our first technique, which is a technique of self-connection. And I'm just going to get my music file right. Give me 1 second. And just as you hear the music, allowing your body to settle into a comfortable position. Notice the way that you're sitting in this chair. Notice how you are supported from beneath and behind. Notice your breath as it flows in and out of your body. As your chest is lifting and relaxing. Notice the temperature of your body and the temperature of the air surrounding you. And prepare to relax. Notice the sense of movement and the stillness behind the movement simultaneously. Notice sound, the music, my voice speaking to you, and other sounds coming in from your environment. Notice both sound and the silence behind the sound simultaneously. Sound and silence simultaneously. Notice thoughts as they flow in and out of your mind, like clouds move through an empty blue sky. Noticing thoughts as they flow in and out of your mind, like clouds move through an empty blue sky. Thoughts and the empty mind behind the clouds of thought simultaneously. Notice the sense of connection. Notice how you feel connected to your body, to your senses. Focusing on your breath again. Notice how your chest is lifting and relaxing with each breath. And allow relaxation to flow into your body a little deeper with each breath. In a moment, I will ask you to breathe, counting to 5. While I instruct you to breathe in, hold your breath, breathe out, and hold your breath. I will do so 5 times, beginning now. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Breathe normally. And if you want to check in with your saliva right now, is there more? If you want to give feedback, you can also write something in the chat window. Feel free to answer and then ask any questions that you want. I can see that in the screen. If you just joined us, if you just have come in late, I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Komala, and I live in Sedona, Arizona. And I'm going to continue now with a self-connection process that relates to compassion. And this is another really important way for you to meet a challenging situation. One of the things that happens when we are in a challenging situation is that oftentimes we engage in negative self-talk. And really the first rule when you are in a challenging situation, and I just talked to a friend of mine last night who was in a very challenging situation, the first rule in challenge is be on your own side. And so compassion and self-compassion is another way for you to meet a challenging situation. And I just want to name the main pillars of compassion. The first thing is be on your own side. Be kind to yourself rather than judging yourself. That is so important. The second is know your common humanity. Know that every issue that you experience at this moment in time is shared by millions of people around the planet. You are not alone. And so oftentimes when we are experiencing a situation of challenge, we have ourselves isolated. Knowing that you're not isolated and that every issue that you are in is shared by other people is so important in letting go of that sense of isolation. And the third pillar of self-compassion and compassion is to access the observer beyond your identification, be able to return into mindfulness. And 2020 has been a year that has been super challenging for every single person that I have talked to. And the last weeks and month have brought up so many challenges, and they can include your work situation, your relationships, hardships. You might find yourself in a new situation, working from home, or you may be serving in an essential function, and you may have an experiencing a dangerous work environment, or you may be currently unemployed. You might face challenges living and working in close quarters with your family. And I know one of the people in this presentation today is having her kids home from school while she's also working. Challenges in your relationship may come up to the surface, or you might be more irritable, or you might live alone and feel isolated. And I know of one person in this talk today that is experiencing this. A family member or a loved one might be sick at this time. And so knowing that we all face challenging situations currently, knowing that you are not alone, that we are in this together, that's being part of being human. And there are so many peoples in this talk today, and I want you to feel the togetherness of all of us. Then there are challenges that also might arise from your own mind. They could be about the way that you talk to yourself. You might be hard on yourself. You might be judging yourself. You might be feeling that there's something wrong with you, or that you should be different. Having compassion with yourself means treating yourself the way you would treat a friend and an ally. Take a moment and feel, how would you be with a friend if they were going through your situation at this moment in time? How would you care for them? What would you tell them? How would you share your care and love for them? Now ask yourself, allowing this answer to come from within, what do you need at this moment in time? What do you really need? It could be something like feeling connected, loved, feeling safe, or feeling peaceful, healthy, or happy. Allow yourself to feel this. Now I invite you to tune in. Is there a way that you can be that ally for yourself, that friend? Are there ways for you to fulfill this need, or can you create a situation in which that need can be met? Notice how it feels when you allow this need to come forward. Notice how it feels when you care for yourself. I want to teach you a simple technique that you can use in many situations throughout the day, a technique that allows you to instantly feel kindness and warmth in the body. And this is something that combines the techniques that I'm teaching you today. Each one of these techniques actually activates your body intelligence. And one of the things, when you're in stress or challenge that becomes difficult is accessing kindness in the brain up here. But there are simple ways how you can actually communicate with your body brain and create a situation of kindness within yourself. So I invite you again to take a few gentle breaths into your heart. Allow your heart to open gently. Become receptive. Just like a flower opens to the sun. You may even want to bring your hands on your heart. Breathing into your heart. Breathing in and out from your heart. And allow that feeling of I'm on my side. Whatever I'm going through at this moment in time, it is part of human suffering. It's part of the human experience. I am okay. And then I'm inviting you to put your left hand on your right upper arm and your right hand on your left upper arm. And give yourself a 2-minute rub. And as you do that, you are actually connecting and communicating directly with your body brain, releasing warmth and kindness into your body. This can be especially helpful when your mind is having a hard time finding it. I want you to know what is happening right now is oxytocin, the love hormone, is being released into your body. Perhaps you notice a sense of warmth arising from your body, a feeling of being safe. Perhaps your breath is deepening. Take a few gentle breaths to enjoy this situation and know that you can return to this anytime you want to. And again, if you want to, you can put a comment in the chat or you can ask a question. And one of the things that I would want to invite you to right now is just notice the saliva in your mouth and notice if anything has changed for you. Is there more saliva? Is there a deeper sense of relaxation in your body? And from this practice, I will walk you straight into our third practice of today. And this is another tool for you. And this tool is about feeling safe. One of the things that happens when you are in a challenging situation is for most of us, our energy is really moving forward. We think we have to deal with this situation in a fight or flight energy. And for you to have an ability, and again, this is a technique that deals with your body brain. It affects your body brain and introduces a state of safe. When you do that, you bring your energy backward. And as your energy moves backward, you can think straight. And I'm going to show you this now. So, again, I invite you to find that comfortable position and allow yourself to settle. You can do this technique with your eyes open or closed, whichever feels better for you at any moment in time. Notice to and open to what's here for you right now. Feel yourself. Notice your body. And focus again on your breath. Allow yourself to take a few slow, deep, gentle, cleaning breath. And as you breathe these few deep, cleansing breaths, allow space inside. Allow releasing to happen. Take a moment to acknowledge whatever is here for you at this moment. Simply notice what is. Notice your feet. The way the soles of your feet are connecting with the ground. If you're wearing shoes, inside your shoes, or the sensation of your feet, the soles of your feet on the floor. Notice how you are sitting in this chair. And notice how the chair supports you from beneath and behind. The way your body is connecting with the chair, the way you're sitting, the way your arms are resting, feeling supported. Notice the back of your body, especially your shoulder blades, and notice how your shoulder blades are connecting with the chair. There's a space between your shoulder blades that may not be connecting to the chair as strongly as your shoulder blades. That space between the shoulder blades, the back of the heart, invite you to breathe into that space very gently, the way you normally breathe. Expand into that space in the back of your heart. Relaxing into that support in the back of your body. Breathing toward your back. Perhaps you're noticing a feeling of relaxation, a feeling of being safe. Notice what it feels like to be connected into your own back, to your own energy. At the same time as you're participating in this class. How restful this is. And I'm going to put two very simple challenges in front of you right now. The first one is, what's 2 plus 2? And the second challenge is, I want you to remember the last 4 digits of your phone number. And I want you to notice how easy it was for you to find the answer to those questions. And I want you to know when you are in this space of relaxation, that it is actually easier to find answers and responses to situations that you're in. And so traditionally, the way that we've responded to challenge is going into that fight flight and answering from the front of our body, from the front of our brain. And I want you to notice how much easier it is to answer questions and find solutions when you're at the back of your body. Taking a deep breath, I invite you to check in one more time with your saliva. Is there more of it than in the beginning of the talk? If yes, you have shifted your physiology from stress into relaxation. Congratulations. And I want to take this opportunity to end this talk on resilience with a very simple but profound compassion practice. And again, I want to invite you to put your hands on your heart. Beginning this practice with knowing yourself as a good friend. Sending warmth and love to yourself the same way as you would to a friend, to a loved one. And feel the following kind wishes. May I be kind to myself. May I find peace. May I be well and healthy. May I be free from suffering. And now I want you to extend yourself and this space to the fellow travelers and companions that are present in this conference. Feel this beautiful energy of love and kindness that we're creating at this moment in time together. And send those same wishes of well-being to the members of this group. May you find kindness for yourself. May you find peace and joy. May you be well and healthy. May you be free from suffering. And then reaching out in an even bigger way, including everyone in your world. Sending these wishes of well-being out in the world and feel this energy. May we all be well, healthy, and happy. May we all be free from suffering. And finally, if this is true for you, may we be of help to each other. May we support each other. I thank you for coming to this presentation today. We have just 2 minutes left, so if there's anything that you want to comment or anything that you would ask, that would be a really good time. Thank you for the opportunity, Jessie. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Sandra and Joe. Thank you to Liat. I wish you all a really beautiful day and weekend.